Do you think the politicians actually care about these refugees?
No,
No
not
way.
at all.
No
Not
way.
at all.
No,
They
that's a
wouldn't
big.
bomb them.
That's the biggest joke. That's the biggest joke ever. If you ask me that question, no way.
Well, everyone said that we would be fine to go to Rinkeby, so we're not bringing any big camera equipment. We're just gonna go, hang out, have some coffee. I think we'll be fine. We'll see what happens. Right? Bowling time. Lane 9. Strike. Okay, that's enough bowling. Let's go outside and see what's up.
Här ute kan du inte stå.
Nej.
It's pretty cold. We just discussing where we're gonna take a sit and
Oh yeah. To go inside somewhere. We are walking around Rinkeby. This is the Rinkeby Center, right? Yeah. And we didn't bring any big cameras. We just went bowling. We met some nice people. We're gonna go find somewhere to sit down and talk about what's going on in Sweden. We went to Rinkeby, and the police told us, oh, it would be smart if you'd leave, and then later denied they said anything to us. But we just went back, and it was totally fine. We went bowling.
Yeah.
So what's actually happening in these problem areas they call no-go zones?
The thing is that the mainstream media creates polarization, and if you go there with a big camera, I believe you become one of those who creates the wrong image, who easily, or before at least, has created the wrong image of the neighborhood. Yeah. Some years ago, we had a lot of riots in Stockholm.
Yeah.
Or riots. I would say like cars on fire.
yeah.
And there were also a lot of people who burned their cars because they would get insurance money from
Yeah,
it.
we heard the same thing.
Yeah, but there were also people from the mainstream media giving kids in a comparison like $1,000 to young kids if they could produce photos or films of burning cars, and that's like instigating.
Yeah. So you think a lot of these kids were like, I'll just burn the car and take a picture of it?
You know,
Would you?
I'll tell you about
I mean,
when we were kids, what the newspaper did, they were offering us money to sell them stories, to create stories there in the suburbs. They were offering us money every time that something happened. They gave us a bit of cash to do these stories, just to make these headlines that they want to do.
I mean, everybody talks about migration and so on, even the political parties, but nobody talks about stop creating migrants, stop bombing these countries.
Yeah. A simple question you need to ask yourself is that, do you really want to leave your home and move to another country? I came from Lebanon, 67. We had a very good life there. I didn't want to leave that. But I had to leave because the war started. There was a civil war there.
76.
Yeah, 76. Yeah. They created a civil war there. I didn't want to come here. No way. I was crying all the way. It was not home, and it was pretty difficult.
Yeah.
My parents didn't feel good.
Yeah, they suffered a lot.
A lot. And we had a very decent life back then. Then you have to start from scratch here.
Yeah.
Were people nice to you? Were they mean to you?
No, in that time people were very gentle and nice in Sweden. You know, they were very humble people.
You think it's gotten worse?
Yeah.
They're less welcoming now?
Yeah, and that's why the politician, because they've been abusing this situation for their own wealth.
I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but on the government website, didn't it say that they need more migrants to support the economy?
Yeah.
To support the sponsorship.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well, so, you know, you think the politicians, it's not a humanitarian thing, it's just bringing as many people as possible to get them into the economy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
but
not.
you can say that, I mean, one person sells his labor, another one buys it.
The salaries is way lower now. The competition is way harder. People are suffering because there's not enough with work.
Yeah.
They're exploiting the system. They call it that they are outsourcing people. They're moving out the companies. They bought up everything from the offentliga sektorn. They bought everything that was owned by the state and sold it out and moved it out to other countries.
And they made millions of dollars.
I heard like the manufacturing has moved out of Sweden.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you don't have enough with works. People are suffering. When a normal person don't have the salary and can go to work, you start to get suffer. You know you get a symptom of it. People start to get unhappy and stuff like that, and then they start to make these pools to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
The manufacturing leaves Sweden, but they're bringing in more and more people.
Yeah.
And there's no. A lot of these people don't have the education or the skills or the language to actually get these higher level jobs.
You got refugees that are very educated, like doctors and stuff like that, and they have to work with like cleaning toilets and stuff. So they don't use
They abuse people.
they don't use them for what they are educated for, and of course they need to get the education to work with these stuff. But anyway, the gap is very big from being a doctor and go cleaning toilets and stuff like that.
Do you think it's possible then that a lot of refugees who come here are going to be frustrated and have a hard time integrating?
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. You don't feel welcome. That's the first thing. You feel that people are
Looking down.
not looking down. Yeah, and it's people are hostile against you because the system is falling apart here. And then I want to complete the situation about the refugees that you said. There's refugees that don't have any education at all and stuff like that and need this help. So you got very big gaps in between these that you need to fill up. And the system that is holding this up don't do what is necessary to get it completed and everything that will be needed to be done.
Do you think the politicians actually care about these refugees?
No.
No
Not at
way.
all.
No
Not
way.
at all.
No,
They
that's a
wouldn't
big.
bomb them,
That's a big.
first
That's the biggest joke. That's the biggest joke ever. If you ask me that question, no way.
Sweden is a big weapons manufacturer. It's not the biggest, I think.
I think it's the biggest per capita.
per
The big-
capita.
yeah.
So, you know, I read news stories about how a lot of dictators end up with these weapons.
Yeah.
These weapons are used in war.
That's true.
Do you think you think that the politicians here are aware that they're making the weapons, which is creating the refugees?
Yes.
Are
Yeah,
they? Are
yeah.
they?
The politician is working for the factories.
It's an
the
industry.
weapon factory.
Are the refugees? It's not a humanitarian thing. They don't care about them. But do you think they see it as an opportunity to make money or to prop the economy up, or what?
Prop the economy up.
Yeah.
Especially
But they even said
the,
that-
Listen,
the
everything.
financial system.
Listen, everything is about harvesting the system. All right, you need to harvest everything. When you kill an animal, you use the skin, you use the bones, you use the meat, you use the what do you call it? The liver, the heart, and the stuff.
Yeah, organs.
The organs, everything. You don't leave anything out. All right, it's the same with the system here. You need that. You need to know that people are harvested in every possible way that it is. First of all, you sell these weapons for these countries. You make these wars down there. You get the resources from their country. You use the people to come here as a cheap working class people. You give them the worst salary that is ever, and everything about is about harvesting.
Yeah.
There's no, you know, people are talking about humanitarian stuff and like that. If you tell me that, I'll tell you that's pretty big bullshit they're talking about. Sorry to mention it.
And how do you-
Trump is he's very straight on and talk about this, and all of a sudden he's a racist and stuff. Let's talk about Obama. What did Obama do? What did Clinton do? What did they do?
I mean, bombs didn't they?
How much money? How much money did they send to ISIL? Tell me that. How many soldiers didn't they create there? That beheading people and children and raping people down there. So you're talking about Western democracy? Give me a break.
So you came here as a refugee.
Yeah.
And you think Trump is doing a good job?
Yeah.
For the Middle Eastern, yes.
He's not just for the Middle East.
No, it's
he's doing it global,
Yeah.
for every citizen of this planet. Honestly, he's taking the fight that nobody's been taking. He's like JFK Kennedy.
But he's spoken out against bringing in refugees and migrants.
Yeah,
in the
because
United States.
that's a bigger problem. Why should you destroy the countries and take them to another country to create another war? You don't solve the problems there. You start the problems there. You end the problems there. What is the West doing down there? And talking about Assad and talking that he's a dictator, sending in ISIL, beheading people. How many people haven't died there? How many children haven't died there? And people are sitting and talking, telling that these people are terrorists. Who created the terrorists? Who created Al Qaeda against the Russian?
What are these areas really like, and what should people know about them?
They are really friendly. It's a lot of culture there. You have to speak with people to see how they react and how they talk to you, because there is only people and there is behavior. So basically it's all about the behavior people give to you, and if you don't give them a chance and communicate with them, you won't find out how it is. And we know how they are. They are really friendly, and
the majority of these people have been suffering, and they know the price of suffering. So they're very humble. If you got a problem, they will help you out.
Yeah.
And then you got these kids that are very frustrated and feel that they are treated like monkeys in the zoos and that they are acting like this. But the majority of these people are very humble people, because they've been suffering a lot, and they would dearly help you if they could help you with whatever they had. They would share it with you.
Yeah.
Just like, here's what I gotta clarify, right? We meet in Rinkeby. You know, you say it's safe.
Yeah.
You're a refugee.
Yeah.
You're a refugee as well.
Yeah.
These are considered very liberal and left. You know, supporting refugees, and you know, Rinkeby is safe.
That's a propaganda they use in the left, and everything is like that. That's a hypocrite. That's bullshit.
Left and right wing, same bird.
Yeah.
I guess
They
what
fly
I mean
in
is,
one direction.
Yeah.
For private profit.
I think a lot of people would be surprised to hear that there's refugees who like Trump's policies.
Well, okay. If you tell me like this, everybody was saying that Trump would lose. I said from the beginning he would win. Nobody believed me, and I support Trump. I support Trump because he's the only one that speaks about this honestly. He don't make any drama about it. He don't have any agenda hidden behind. He's trying to solve this problem. He don't want to have these refugees in the US because these people need their own homes.
So we walked around Rinkeby, and I gotta say, you cannot bring a camera there. That simple. I'm filming this on the GoPro. It's really small, and even then it was kind of difficult. But you know, we were able to walk around and film a little bit. We met some really interesting people there. This guy that we met, who is telling us about, you know, the refugees and Rinkeby and stuff, he says that he was one of the baddest criminals for a long time, and that, you know, things turned around when he had a family. So it's really interesting to get the perspective on life, Rinkeby, these no-go zones, and what's really happening. So I guess, once again, here's the assessment. I think a lot of people exaggerate what's happening, but the truth is, in a place like Rinkeby, you really can't go in and film like you can in other areas. And I understand it's a problem for a lot of people. They say that you should absolutely be able to do that in, in Sweden, in a Western society, but we didn't get beaten up. We didn't get chased out. We also didn't have our equipment with us. So that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. And follow me on Twitter @TimCast. We're gonna go get to work and see what's in store for tomorrow.